We are delighted to have you back for another installment of Book Depths and Insights, where we delve into thought-provoking literature that inspires fresh perspectives. We'll be reading Haemin Sunim's The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down, How to Be Calm in a Busy World today. You should read this book because it gives you deep advice on how to find meaning and peace in the chaos of modern life. It's unique and important because it takes a gentle but strong approach. With more than 3 million copies sold and praise from translators all over the world, it quickly became South Korea's best-selling book. The author of the book is Haemin Sunim, who is one of the most well-known Zen Buddhist teachers and writers from South Korea. He was born in South Korea, which is the start of his amazing journey. He came to the US to study film, but he quickly found that he was more interested in a spiritual path. He went on to teach Buddhism at Hampshire College in Massachusetts and became a monk in Korea after getting degrees from Harvard, Princeton, and UC Berkeley. In the beginning, he became famous for his teachings and wisdom after getting more than 1 million followers on social media. His work as a Zen priest and teacher, along with his desire to make meaningful connections and help others, had a big impact on the book's friendly and approachable tone. All of his work has a strong sense of connection and a strong desire to help other people through the hard parts of life. To get to the book's main points, let's take a tour of its chapters. The beginning. The idea for the book came from Haemin Sunim's short social media posts, which, to everyone's surprise, got a lot of support from people who were going through hard times like divorce or unemployment. It was his fame as a healing mentor in Korea that led to the publication of this book. Beginning, the main idea behind Why Am I So Busy? Is that our minds, not the outside world, are often to blame for how busy we feel. The idea comes from Buddhist teachings that say how we see the world shows what's going on in our minds. This means that when you calm down, the world around you will also calm down. Sunim says that he has learned that helping other people makes him happy, which is one reason why he likes being busy to some degree. That if you're going through loss, broken trust, or broken dreams, when life disappoints, rest a moment can help. It tells you to take a break and relax, get help from friends, enjoy the little things in life, like movies or music, or go on an adventure by yourself. By stressing how important it is to be kind to ourselves, it tells us to love ourselves, flaws and all. It might help to write down your worries so that you can handle them better. Another thing to keep in mind is that a laugh and a new point of view can help. It reminds us that helping others can help us heal. Part 2, Being There. One of the problems that Befriend Your Emotions talks about is how hard it is to control strong negative emotions like anger or envy. People say to just be aware of the emotion as it is and not try to control or hide it, because that can make things worse, like stirring up mud in a fish tank. This, pure attention without judgment, lets the emotion change and go away on its own, knowing that it is only temporary. When You Are Feeling Low talks about how important it is to separate your emotions from your thoughts and feelings and instead look at them objectively, like a moving tree or river. This sentence emphasizes that emotions come and go like clouds and that we, not the emotions, are the vast silence that watches them happen. Coming to terms with our enlightened nature and accepting ourselves completely is said to lead to freedom and happiness. Part 3, Obligation wrote, Temper your eagerness, after being a first-year college professor who, in his excitement, gave his students too much work to do. The story of Haemin Sunim is based on his childhood. If someone doesn't think about other people's needs and abilities, their overzealous efforts could get in the way of their own goals. To be effective, it takes wisdom to control too much enthusiasm for work and share that enthusiasm. Being right isn't important, being happy together is. Asks if it's really important to prove that you're right when people disagree about ideas. It says that being right doesn't matter if it hurts other people and that being mature means putting the happiness of others ahead of your own. Part 4, Making Personal Connections. People in The Art of Maintaining a Good Relationship say that relationships are like sitting next to a fireplace, just right, not too close to stay warm but also not too far away. This is proof of how important it is to have your own space and keep relationships healthy. Meng Sasong's story with a Zen master shows how important it is to be humble and respectful to avoid arguments. The book, The Journey of Forgiveness, says that you should forgive others not because you care about them, but because it will help you. Being aware of your own bad feelings, like anger or resentment, is the first step. Then, watch them rise to the surface. Then, to really understand the attacker's pain, you need to show compassion. It's bad for your health to stay angry. Love is the best way to get even. Part 5, Praise and Worship. First Love, is Haemin Sunim's deeply personal story about his first love that he never got back. He wrote it in response to Khalil Gibran's poetry. He says that in the end, love makes people lose their ego, feel incredibly grateful, and live life to the fullest because it is an unexpected, all-consuming force that brings both happiness and sadness. When asked to stay, love leaves right before its time. I Love Your Ordinariness is a song about peace and harmony. It says that everyone is basically ordinary and goes through the same kinds of disappointments, fears, and heartbreak, no matter how famous or wealthy they are. When you love someone unconditionally, you accept them just the way they are, without expecting anything in return. The book also talks about how important it is to stay out of people's business when they ask you to. Instead, it encourages people to give relationships space and be fully present. Chapter 6, The Real World. The show, Do You Know Kung Fu, looks at how people think about themselves, often by focusing on their actions or past. Sunim tells us to look past small differences and learn from everyone, even the normal people we see every day. Other ideas this chapter talks about are finding joy in the little things in life, taking responsibility for your experiences, and sticking to the choices you make. 3 Liberating Insights tells the story of Sunim's path to happiness by sharing 3 realizations that changed his life. These are they: 1. Don't worry about what other people think, they're not nearly as interested in you as you think they are. 2. Don't worry if some people don't like you. When we say we're doing something for the greater good, but we're just thinking about ourselves, most of the time we don't. Now that you know these things, you can finally follow your heart and enjoy life to the fullest. 7. Ready to go. One word of encouragement can change the future, tells the story of Ms. Lee, his elementary school teacher, and how she always believed in him. This story shows how faith and loving support can change lives. Like the Buddha's enlightenment prophecies, this one says that people will do great things if they believe in them and cheer them on. It stresses how important it is to follow your dreams instead of worrying about what other people think. There are good tips in the book, When You Look for Your Calling, on how to find your true calling in life. Reading a lot to learn about different jobs and opportunities is suggested. 2. Taking on part-time work or volunteering to learn more and find their true calling. 3. Becoming more self-aware through different interactions and relationships that show one's strengths and weaknesses. Finally, it says that what other people think doesn't matter as much when picking a job as you might think. The 8th part is about faith. Long Lost Cousins is based on Haemin Sunim's trip to the ecumenical Théais community in France. It explores the idea that there are different spiritual paths that lead to the same truth. In order to keep the peace, he says that people should learn from other traditions, be humble, and respect each other. These are all things that monks do every day. 2 Spiritual Paths in One Family talks about how the spiritual beliefs of one family can cause problems. The suggested answer is to look into different paths with an open mind, realizing that understanding and appreciating deeper meanings in different traditions can lead to mutual respect and admiration. No matter what religion you follow, love and kindness are more important than ideological differences when they are put into action. Finally, Haemin Sunim's The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down is a strong plea to pay attention to the present and our place in it again. The main point is that you can't learn and be happy by always pushing yourself or looking for other people's approval. Instead, you need to focus on yourself, slow down, and practice mindfulness. Realizing that feelings are temporary, controlling our eagerness, putting shared happiness ahead of being right, forgiving others deeply, and accepting the ordinariness of life are all things that can help us find a deep sense of peace and connection. There is an original face or Buddha nature that is beyond labels and ego. The book tells us to live honestly, trust our inner wisdom, and do the same. If we change our internal environment, we can live a more peaceful, joyful, and meaningful life. This is a gentle reminder of that. This book has deep insights that can help you find peace and understanding in the middle of your busy life. This is the end of Book Depths and Insights. Thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, please leave a comment and share it. Stay tuned.